On this video, we'll see the most beautiful sunrise in Mexico, and I'll show you the prices for food, and we'll make a scooter tour through the magic island of Isla Mujeres. So stay until the end of the video because we'll see if it's worth it or not. And remember, this is a sequel of my first Isla Mujeres tour where I showed you how we got here, the best beach to chill out, and prices for everything. Alright guys, we are here at the Punta Sur Park. This is the first place in all Mexico to see the sunrise because of its geographical position. We came here very early, as you guys can see. There's still nothing out there. We're gonna walk this way and try to find a spot where we can set up our camera in order to see the magical sunrise we have heard of in our content creator videos. And actually, I think this is the kind of stuff that makes life more beautiful when you just give yourself time to relax and take some time to see the natural wonders this world has to offer. I can really tell you that there is something magical about watching the sunrise at the easternmost point of Mexico. While most tourists are still asleep after a night of dancing in Cancun, I'm standing here at the very tip of this island, about to witness the first rays of sunlight hitting all of Mexico. And I can really tell you that this is one of the most important reasons why we came to Isla Mujeres. And now that we are done with the sunrise, it's time to start walking along the Punta Sur Park. And as we kept walking through the Punta Sur Park, you start to realize this place is way more than just a beautiful sunrise spot. We're actually in the southernmost point of Isla Mujeres. And one of the most unique things about it is that you're surrounded by the Caribbean Sea in almost every side. And check this out, these dramatic cliffs are actually one of the only places in the region where you can see the ocean hitting the land like this, because most of the Yucatan Peninsula is flat. But here it feels raw, powerful, and almost untouched. But what a lot of people don't know is that Punta Sur is also a deep historical significance. This area was once home to a temple dedicated to Ixchel, the Mayan goddess of fertility, the moon, and the medicine. And actually, thousands of years ago, Mayan women will actually travel here on pilgrimage to honor her, which makes this place not just beautiful, but also incredibly meaningful. So yeah, Montessori isn't just about the views, it's nature, history, art, all in one place. Honestly, just walking through here, you can feel that energy. But let's keep exploring. I feel like there is still a lot more to discover. Another thing that makes Punta Sur really special is this open air sculpture park where artists from all over the world have left their mark here. And as you walk through, it almost feels like you're in a museum, but completely surrounded by nature. Each piece kind of blends into the landscape of its own way, and it gives the whole place this really unique vibe. Okay, we're going to start to follow the path from the end of the park towards the entrance. And I have to do it this way because I got the sun on my back. So otherwise, if I do it on the other side, I'm going to have the sun right in front of me, and the video is not going to look any good. So I'll show you everything. And something I really like is how each piece is positioned. They are not just placed randomly. Many of them are aligned with the horizon, the sun, or the sea, almost like they're meant to interact with the landscape itself. It kind of makes you slow down and look things at a differently paced way. Not just the art, but everything around you. This is a Mayan priest. You guys can see right there on the back. It's the city of Cancun. Wow. Look at the color of that sea. It's outstanding, isn't it? And as we keep walking through Punta Sur, the sculptures start to stand out more and more. And what's really interesting is that this isn't just a random place here. It's actually part of an international project called Sculpture Garden. Basically, Artists from different countries were invited to create pieces inspired in the connection between humans, nature, and the universe. And a lot of these sculptures were made directly on the island's natural stones, which means that over time, the wind, the salt, and the ocean air actually start to shape them even more. And now that we got some time, I want to share with you guys that I almost missed this sunrise because of two stupid things. The first one is when I tried to start a scooter to come here, the scooter didn't start it. Fortunately, a random Mexican guy who was nearby was able to help me by pressing an interrupter on the scooter that I wasn't aware of. And when I arrived into the park, I forgot to bring cash with me. And it turns out that you need to pay 100 Mexican pesos in order to get in. When I was close to give up, I looked into my bag and found that Danny's purse was in it with the exact amount of cash I needed. I just couldn't believe it. Well, now that I was done with Punta Sur, I was totally starving, so we went for breakfast, but not the regular breakfast you will find on the main street in Isla Mujeres, which is fine to me. But as you know, I'm always looking for more traditional stuff. So I asked some locals where is the town market, which in Spanish is Plaza de Mercado, and it was actually kind of close to our hotel. We are inside the Mercado Municipal of the town. And here is the place where you guys want to come here in order to get affordable and traditional or local food. So I'm going to show you guys what we end up getting up here. And as we explore more of this place, we'll notice that market plazas or Plaza de Mercado are a huge part of everyday life here. These places aren't just for shopping. They are where we find authentic local food, handmade crafts, and real cultural energy all in one spot. From fresh fruits to street tacos, it's where we truly experience the heart of Mexico. ¿Cómo los tacos?
Están en 150, 170.
Okay, so we are here inside of one of the restaurants of the Mercado. And show you what they do. Sí, alguno. Just order yucateca chicken. That's it. Let's go. And now that we got full with this delicious Mexican food, what do you guys say we come together and take a look around the island from north to south on the scooter? I think this is the best way to get to know a place that is actually a fun way to pass time, right? And in the meantime, I'll give you guys very interesting tips about the island. The first thing is that this island is tiny. We're talking about just around 7 kilometers long, which means we can literally explore the whole place in a single day. But don't let the size to fool you because this place is packed with history, culture, some pretty wild stories around that I will tell you later. But why is it called Isla Mujeres or Island of Women? Well, this goes all the way back to the time of the Mayan civilization. When the Spanish first arrived here in the 1500s, they found something really unusual: the statues of women everywhere. These statues were dedicated to Ixchel, the Mayan goddess of fertility, the moon, and medicine that we saw earlier on the park. And actually, Mayan women used to travel here on pilgrimage, sometimes really far away, just to honor her. So, in a way, this island has always been a place for spiritual journeys. But the story doesn't stop there, because Isla Mujeres has also a pretty serious pirate story. Back in the 17th century, this area was known for a hotspot for pirates, and one of the most famous names connected to this island was Jean Lafitte, who was a French pirate and smuggler who operated in the Gulf of Mexico during the early 19th century. Though he was known for illicit activities, he played a crucial role in the American victory of the Battle of New Orleans during the War of 1812, earning a pardon from President James Madison. Legend says that Lafitte used Isla Mujeres as base and that he might have hidden treasure somewhere or around the island. But now nobody has ever officially found it. But imagine that we could literally be walking over buried treasure right now. Another really cool thing about this island is that it has been an important place for sea turtles for centuries. In fact, Isla Mujeres used to be one of many nest sites for turtles on the Caribbean. Sadly, at one point their population dropped a lot. But today, there are conservation programs working to protect them and bring them back. So, depending on the time of the year, we might actually get lucky and see baby turtles heading out to the ocean. But now let's talk about the vibe of this place. Because honestly, it's completely different from somewhere like Cancun. Cancun is fast, modern, and full of big resorts. But here, everything feels slower, more local, more real. And another cool thing here is that we don't even need a car. Most people get around here using gold carts or scooters, so as we drive through the island, it almost feels like we're on a different world. But let's not forget about the water, because Isla Mujeres sits right next to part of the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef. That's the second largest coral reef system in the world, which means the snorkeling and diving here is absolutely insane. And you guys will see it as soon as we get to the beach. Oh, and here's another very cool thing about the island. There is actually an underwater museum nearby. It's called Musa Underwater Museum. Under the ocean, there are hundreds of life-size sculptures just sitting there on the ocean floor. And over time, coral starts growing on them, so they literally come become part of the reef. It's like a mix between art, nature, and conservation all in one. But honestly, after spending some time here, it's easy to understand why people fall in love with Isla Mujeres. It's not just the beaches, it's not just the views, it's the feeling. It's like the kind of place where to slow down, where we take our time, where we actually enjoy the moment instead of rushing through it. So whether we are here for the history, the nature, or just to escape for a bit, Isla Mujeres has a way of making us stay a little longer than we planned. Hey, and now that you make it this far in the video, I'll ask you to please to subscribe, ring the bell, and give me a thumbs up so I can keep creating more videos in order to get to know more of Canada and the rest of Latin America. Remember that I will be posting fresh videos every week, and my main goal is to show you guys how to travel confidently without breaking the bank. All right, then. So now that we already took our tour through the island, it's time to come again to the beach, which is the one that we said on the last video that I showed you earlier. And why we choose this beach is because mainly this is the most peaceful beach in all Isla Mujeres. And I like the fact that doing snorkeling here was pretty easy and it was free. So one of the things that I really like the most about this place, we spent pretty much the rest of the afternoon here until we got the time to leave the island because we were supposed to take the ferry by almost 4 in the afternoon. So before getting to the ferry, I decided to come to this monument, which I think that is very cool. It's about the marlins and the barracuda. It's very cool because these are two species that are on the nearby sea, but they don't come to see us on the beach. It's right in front of Playa Norte, but not the area where we were for our beach trip, because that one is Hermosa Caleta, which I told you guys on the first video too. So I spent some time here just watching the monument and just playing with the people some volleyball and other stuff until I was ready to get prepared in order to leave the island, which I will remember with very good memories because the time we spent here was so peaceful. We got very good food. We got a very pleasant night here as we were able to see the sunrise. So every little thing that we were able to do here, I appreciate it very much with the Mexican people. And the other thing that I want to remember about this place, it wasn't expensive at all. To be honest, as I show you guys for food, it was we spent nearby, I don't know, probably like 400
Mexican pesos. And for the ferry was 600 Mexican pesos. For the hotel we spent $70, I remember. So the whole trip, to me, it's more than worth it. You can do it either on an inexpensive way or low cost way, which is the way I like it, because that's what this channel is about. So the other thing that I can tell you guys for sure is that I was so exhausted by the time of leaving this island, but I was very, very grateful with them, with all the things that we were able to see here. So it was a very pleasant experience here. This is one of the places that I think that I will come pretty much every year if I got the chance. And everything that we saw here, we enjoy it very much. So I'll see you guys on the next video. I hope you guys like it, and please don't forget to subscribe, to follow on my social media, and as I already told you, see you guys on the next video.